This is Diagnon on Outcomes. You can find us at outcomescentral.org and on Twitter under Paul Diagnon. This is part 2 of a video on using the IPDET DoView template to build a DoView evaluation plan. We were just looking at the theory of change page within the IPDET DoView template, and we were talking about entering text into the boxes within the template. If you need to delete boxes that are empty, just left mouse click and push the delete button. If you need new boxes at any time, you can use the step tool up here in the toolbar. Click on step, move it down and do a left mouse click and it will appear there. Or alternatively, the most efficient way is a double left mouse click. Now, some people like putting lines and arrows between their boxes, and in DoView you can do this as much as you like. Here I'm connecting two boxes with a right angle link. This is how you select your links up on this part of the toolbar. And now I'm doing a link from this box. You drag out the blue box in the middle of a step and you drag it across the step you want to link to, and there the link has been made. So you can, if you wish, mark up your theories of change and logic models with as many of these links as you like. However, if you want to delete that link, you just redraw it like that. It will flash red and it will disappear. In my logic models, to keep them simple, I tend to just insert these arrows to show the flow from left to right. Arrows in, you just do a right mouse click arrow, and then you can maneuver the arrow to make it any size. If you want to change the color of that arrow, right mouse click, change color, and you can make it darker if you wish. The great power of DoView is that it enables you to build models that are larger than one page and lets you rapidly link between them. So what we have here is two boxes on the page which have a page jump, which is just a hyperlink that enables you to drill down under them. The first is influences and the second is assumptions. If we click on the page jump, we will move to the page which is called influences within the page list. Let's try that. So what's happened here is I've changed to the page called influences in the page list, and this is where you would type in your influences in regard to the program. I'm going to now go back up to the top level of the theory of change, and I'm back up at that top level. If you're building a logic model for a real world program that's large, just do remember you can drill down under any page, any boxes within your logic model. So here I'm just going on this box here, I'm doing a right mouse click, drill down to new page, and it's going to create a page of the same size there where I can build some more logic if I so wish. We're now moving on through the template to evaluation design questions, and this is the template page for that. You can see on this page that we've inserted some evaluation questions and then some evaluation sub-questions. The main emphasis will be on working with these evaluation sub-questions. Each one is just text, and so I can edit that at any stage that I like. Did the program make a difference for rural women? Add as many evaluation questions and sub-questions as you like. If you want to add a new one, then do a right mouse click, advanced question, and that will let you add a new evaluation question or sub-question. The next step in the process shows you particularly what DoView was designed for, and which DoView makes very easy. What's very powerful with evaluation questions is to map them onto your theory of change. So if I move to the next page here, which is just an example page, it shows our logic, and it shows how evaluation questions or sub-questions have been mapped next to the boxes that they are measuring. This is powerful because it lets you think about whether you are evaluating the important or whether you're evaluating things lower down the theory of change. How do we set this up in DoView? Well, you'll ultimately delete this page I'm on at the moment. It's just an information page. But if we move to this template page here, we can see if we click on the zoom to fit button, that moves us back between the actual size of the page and being able to see it fully. And what you can see is it's an empty page, but along the bottom are the evaluation questions, which are clones of the evaluation question which was on the evaluation design questions page we saw a minute ago. So you can see here that this has changed because when I edited it on the previous page, because it's a clone, it changed here, and that's one I showed you earlier. Did the program make a difference for rural women? What we want to do now is to move our theory of change onto this page, and then to drag these evaluation sub-questions up to the right place where they belong within the theory of change or logic model. We do this by going back to our theory of change page, and here I am back on it now. What we do here is that we copy the content of this theory of change page, copy content, and then I move to my evaluation question mapping page, which is here. I'll click zoom to fit so we can see it. We then go edit, paste as clone, and what we've done there is pasted the theory of change onto our evaluation question mapping page. Note that these are clones, so if I change any of these, because I'm thinking about later on, if I change the wording of this on this page within a box, it will change on the other page, and the same applies to the evaluation questions. Now all we need to do is to move those evaluation questions up so that they are next to the thing which they're measuring. If we return to our evaluation design questions page, we would have marked up all of these questions with different questions, or we may not have 9 of them, we may have a smaller number. These appear as clones on the evaluation design matrix pages. So here is the evaluation design matrix page. It's a good idea to keep those reference numbers in there, just so we know which evaluation question we're talking about. And so what we have on this page, and I'll just delete that again, is we have taken the headings from the evaluation design matrix, which normally appears as a table in the IPDET material, and we've just put it as a series of headings on this page. So these headings are locked on the page. Remember, if you want to unlock them, just a right mouse click locked, and you can actually move them around. Just relock that. This is a clone, so if we change this on the evaluation questions page or on the evaluation mapping page where it's mapped onto the program logic, it would change in all those places. And then we just put the information under here, double click, and then amend that. There are a set of evaluation design matrix pages for each of the sub-questions. We now just have within the template a couple of final slides, so these could be conclusion slides. Lastly, I want to tell you how to get your information out of DoView. You want to print the contents of DoView, go File, Print as PDF, save that PDF somewhere and then print it out or email it to someone. Secondly, you can do a right mouse click on any page and go Copy as Image and then paste that into Word or PowerPoint. Lastly, you can create a web page model. You do this by going File, Create Web Page Model. You can include a copy of the DoView file that created the model and a PDF of the model. Go Save As. If you save this to a directory in Dropbox, which is a free internet service which you can install on your machine, then you simply create the web page model and you go to the public folder where it's stored in Dropbox. You look at the file which is called HTML. You look at Copy Public Link. If you put this into a web browser, it'll go to a web page version of the model. You can move through this model just like you can within a DoView file, but anyone on the internet can see it. And interestingly, if they click on download the DoView file of this model, they will be able to download and start editing the file that created the web page model. That's the end of part 2 about building an IPDET DoView evaluation plan. You can catch us on outcomecentral.org.